So, you are building your new website. Should you pick a template or should you go full custom? Today, I'm going to help you break it down and analyze the important parts that make this decision. All right. So, first of all, when it comes to cost, a Webflow template will set you back between $0. They have some free templates and $149. On the other hand, if you go with something like Shopify, then they have some free templates and their paid templates can reach up to $500. If you hire a freelancer or an agency to do this service for you, then it's going to cost between $500 and $2,000 based on the freelancer or agency quality. On the other hand, if you go for a custom website, then you are going to pay a lot more because the process is more complex, but you also get more in return. But usually a freelancer or an agency service will cost you from $3,000 to $100,000 and plus based on your requirements. All right, next up, if we talk about customization and uniqueness, you get less customization on a template, and it's usually limited to what the template offers. So you build with that, and if you need more stuff, then you hire somebody to design or adjust. And on the uniqueness side, you have to take into consideration that there may be hundreds or potentially thousands of other websites which use the same template. So the less you customize it, the more generic your website is going to look like. On the other side, on the custom front, you will get the most amount of customization options, and the only limitations are your budget and timeline. Speaking of timeline, for templates, especially if you do it yourself, then you can launch the website in the same day. You pick and buy the template, you add some brand assets and copy, you tweak the colors, the fonts, and the layouts. You integrate some basic apps. For example, Stripe if you need a payment processor, or if you need a CRM, you can put some Pipedrive forms and so on. You do some basic quality assurance to make sure it looks okay on desktop and mobile, and you hit publish. If, however, you go to a custom website, then the process is going to be much more complex, and you usually work with a freelancer or an agency that does this for you. But in terms of process, there is a discovery and research phase where you plan everything with the website partner. Then you get some sitemap and wireframes done, which is a lower fidelity version of your website that helps you align on structure and content. Then based on your branding and requirements, you get a high fidelity design, which is basically mockups that are very close to the final website. Once this gets approved, there is usually a handoff between designers and developers, and the developers will implement it in your platform of choice, be it Webflow, Shopify, or something else. And then based on your requirements, there can be some API integrations for things like payment processor, or membership solutions, authentication, media libraries, and so on. After this, there is a much more thorough quality assurance step. You get some performance optimizations and some accessibility testing to make sure that everything is in place correctly. After this, you get assistance with launch. There is usually some training phase for you or your team to make sure that you know everything you need to edit your own website. And there are some post-launch optimizations depending on the relationship that you are going to have with the website partner. Next up, regarding the quality itself, usually with a template you get less quality, but if you purchase from the official marketplace of that solution, for example, from Shopify Themes Marketplace or Webflow Templates Marketplace, then they have quality assurance in place and they make sure that those templates are good. However, they're going to be much on the much lower quality side compared to custom, because in custom, everything is done for you and it doesn't contain any unnecessary sections or features that you will not use. Also, what you need to watch out for is that if you purchase a Webflow template which has a lot of interactions, they're usually done with Webflow interactions versus something like GSAP, which can affect performance. And on the other side, if you go with custom, the only quality limitation is the skills that you will get from the freelancer or the agency, but overall it's usually much better. All right. Now, this is the high-level overview. If you need to make a quick decision, here's how I would go about it. So you need to ask yourself two very important questions. One, am I on a tight timeline or budget? If the answer is yes, then you should pick a template because there is nothing quicker than just customizing something and going live. Otherwise, if you have more to invest, then you should go for a custom because this is the best choice that you can make, especially if the website partner is very good. And the second question is, do I care about uniqueness or do I have custom or more complex workflows which I can't achieve in-house? If the answer is yes, then you should go for custom. As we discussed, you get the best quality, the most flexibility, and you can pretty much build anything that you need. Otherwise, if you have something simple or you don't care about brand uniqueness necessarily, then you should just pick a template and go on with the rest of your tasks. All right. So I hope this was useful. If you need any help to set up your website, then our team can help. We usually do custom websites, but we can also help with template customizations from time to time based on your requirements. All right. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.